Hi, everybody. It's Friday night, and I'm here with my friends. And welcome to the Cool Crone Oracle. And tonight we're going to be focusing on questions concerning healing and well being. So if you're putting your questions in the chat, please try to focus it on that topic. And with that, I will just go around the circle and let everybody say hello and tell you all what's going on. Hello, Marina. Lovely to see you.
Yo, thank you for having me. You know how much I enjoy these.
Yeah, same. I enjoy them too. So
always a lot of fun.
Please tell us what's going on with you and your channel and life and things like that.
Well, later on this evening, Val and I will be on with Allie doing Story in the Cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Next week is going to be fairly full. So if you're interested in kind of knowing where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing, best thing to do is go to the main page of the YouTube channel, go under the community tab, and I will usually, Saturday or Sunday, I will usually post, this is what I'm doing this week. And you can take a look. And if you're interested in booking a reading or getting information about classes, make sure that you visit the website, which is Marina's HeartCenteredTarot.com.
There. Very nice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And hey, Val.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. And as Marina said, we're going to be on tonight for Story in the Cards with Allie of Heart and Soul Connected. So I'm looking forward to that because we always have fun. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's about it for me. And you can always check. I'll put something in the community tab about whatever I'm doing for the day. So go check there. And yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's always fun.
Yeah, it's always a good show, good time. Yeah. Hello, Cleo, my sister. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in quite a while, and I am really remiss because I failed to call you on your birthday this week. Wah, wah, wah. I'm so sorry. And happy belated birthday. I am the bad sister. I'm the bad seed.
When was your birthday?
That's fine. Yes. It's fine. You know, I've had so many birthdays that really it doesn't matter anymore. So don't worry about it.
I second that.
But just in case, what day was it?
She doesn't want you to know, so no, I'm not going to bust
totally
her.
Get that. And I'm
right with anyway,
I think it was like last Wednesday.
Okay, there you go. You just let the cat out of the bag. Okay, so I hope you had a nice birthday. I took my girls to the Cheesecake Factory for their birthdays 2 weeks late because of me having COVID, in honor of you, because I know you like the Cheesecake Factory.
I love the Cheesecake Factory.
Love the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, so that's where we went for them. And they now have one gluten-free dessert, which is a cheesecake, which I got to go because the beautiful gluten-free dinner that I got was so filling that I couldn't finish it. So I took half of that home and I took my dessert home. And the next day I also had a feast. So I was very happy.
Oh, beautiful.
Anyway, and so my appetite has returned after my illness. So I'm
good.
I feel that marks a full recovery right there.
It does.
Yes.
So what's going on for you, Cleo?
Okay, so what I've been doing is actually since you weren't around and there's a lot we're on our summer schedule for some of the other shows that I do on Mondays. I didn't do much. I just kind of took the week off and didn't do a whole lot. Tried to watch the conventions, the Democratic convention, and just kind of had some fun. I think I'm going to do the same thing next week. But as far as what I'm doing on here, I've got the Golden Girls on next Thursday, which I will be hosting. And Friday, I guess I've got nothing. Usually I have something with you, but we're not doing anything next Friday. So I might get around to doing some of my own videos, but I do politics in America, which is usually with Colleen. I don't know, maybe I can talk somebody else into doing that with me. But right now I don't have anything planned.
Okay. There was something I was going to ask you, but I'll ask you later. Okay. Hi, Gerald.
Hello, I'm Tara Stash. I am glad to be here. And on Monday, I have a readings for readers with Linda de Gonzalez. So you all get to watch us do readings, a reading for each other. And then you can find out a little bit about our process and what you might experience when you get a private reading.
Nice. Very interesting.
Yes.
Sure, a lot of people want to tune in for that. Okay. So, as you all know, I'm doing the, well, you may not all know, but the five of you who do know, I'm doing the New York Renaissance Fair, and it takes up all my weekends, including Labor Day, until October 6th. So, I have a pretty full week for the next 7 weeks, but I do enjoy doing the fair. And last weekend was our opening weekend, and it was the best opening day we ever had, I have to say. So we had a really, really good turnout and lots of customers. It was really good. Usually it takes like up until the third weekend for that to happen. So I was very excited about that. And this weekend, well, Sunday, the weather was pretty bad, but this weekend, the weather is supposed to be absolutely beautiful. So I'm expecting to work my ass off this weekend reading. So
is anybody else reading with you?
my daughter is up there, but she didn't do any readings on Sunday. I'm hoping that she'll do some readings on Saturday and relieve me a little bit, but we'll see.
Cool.
We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So, Gerald, do we have some questions?
There are some questions, and I want to remind everybody questions tonight are really focused on healing and well-being. So that's our primary target for questions. But we did have Veronica posted made a sticker or donation with, I met someone when I was 18 and now we met as adults. It's a distance relationship, different states. Will that work? Is he the one?
Okay. All right. So, Marina, you want to tackle that with Val?
All right. Well, Veronica, he could be. I would pay close attention not to what he says, but what he does and how he acts. I get the sun, which is normally a very good, very positive card, and that kind of makes me think, yeah, maybe he is. Approach this with just a little bit of caution. Don't be too quick to jump in. I also get the Two of Wands, so follow your or make sure that you're paying attention to your intention, what it is that you want, because I also get the Four of Swords. So it may sound lovely on the phone and it may sound fantastic on the keyboard, but until you're actually there with that person and to see if that energy meshes, it could go either way. So I would say it is possible. Just be very vigilant in what your expectation is. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, and I have to second that. I have the same kind of reading for you, Veronica, and I feel like you will be hearing and being presented with a persona of even your ideal person, and you're going to romanticize this a bit. I have the moon here for you saying that you're going to be a little bit confused about the relationship in terms of all the things you've thought from the past and what actually is in front of you. And I think that being very clear as to what you see in front of you, what you hear in your own ears, what you intuit is very important. And just don't take someone's words for it over the phone. If the action doesn't follow and you don't get the right vibe, because I feel like this is a starter relationship or one that is just before the really good one that's coming. It's almost like priming you and getting you ready. I do have the Tower card for it. And you are going to have to be strong through this with the Tower card. That says to me that you are sort of cleaning up loose ends, getting yourself prepared for the next one. So always stand in your power center about who you are. Be clear, like Marina says, be clear about what you're going forward. What's your intention? Always, always present yourself in your authentic truth and never bend yourself to someone else's will or ideas. So congratulations. And, going forward, I see great things for you. So thank you for that question.
And Veronica, although I'm not the one that's supposed to be reading on this, I got a little bit on this too. I noticed that, once you guys connected, you're really having a good time. You're having a great time getting together on the phone and talking about old times and talking about where life has led you both. And so enjoy that. But be careful, just like Marina and Val said, just be a little bit careful about putting your heart into this too much. And when you're, because it's so fun, enjoy the fun and excitement right
Yes.
now, but don't get too carried away with it. And don't, I can see where as time goes by, you might be wondering, is he the only, is he just talking to me or is he talking to other people too? Not necessarily over the phone like this, but is he involved with some other people that he hasn't mentioned? And so I feel like that there could be some other things going on. But in the meantime, enjoy this reuniting with somebody from the past, because it feels like it's really fun and enjoyable.
Okay, great. Let's go to the next question. I think it's Julie. A message from guides and angels. Thank you. So, Cleo and Gerald, you want to take that one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Gerald, you can go first.
Okay. Kaylee, we have your question. Julie, I think what's happening is there's this moment of you feeling fairly satisfied with what you have emotionally around you, your chosen family, perhaps. And one of the things that's going to be coming up is be very careful not to get distracted by things that catch your mind that aren't really problems. Pay very close attention to that, because you don't want that to distract you from the beauty that you have. Because I'm also, there's this beauty of is you're evolving, Julie, and I think one of the great things about that is you're evolving into the Four of Wands. This is a great card of foundation, knowing where your energy is. You will be able to do great things with your energy and your inspiration. Just pay close attention to when you get caught up in overthinking things. Press pause, and to realize what's actually real and what is it that you're imagining. Because it's part of that is you've got to understand your emotions your emotions can drive you, but sometimes your thoughts can derail you. So be careful with that, Julie. So that's what I have for Julie.
And Julie, I see that you are somebody that's manifesting whatever you want, whatever you need in your life, and that your guides are around you all the time, and they want you to pay a little more attention to stuff that comes to mind that maybe you're just kind of discounting stuff, but pay more attention, because your guides are trying to connect with you. They think you're on the right path. They think you're doing the right thing, and they think you're super talented at something. I don't know if it's being just somebody that knows how to go with the flow and bring good things into their life, but you are bringing good things into your life with manifesting. And that's about what I have.
Mhm.
I don't know if that answers anything or not, but
I threw some cards on this as well, Julie. A lot of things are going to be happening very quickly in the next couple of weeks. A lot of things are going to be coming to you. And this is kind of the effect of what Cleo was saying. If you're not paying attention to what your guides are really giving you, the signals, the symbols, the actual messages, feathers on the ground, coins in your driveway, things forming a pattern, the clouds look a certain way, certain animals, birds flying through the air that you really notice. If you're not able to decipher them, or if you're not paying attention to them, now in the next few weeks, your guides are just going to be hurling 100 things at you, just a ton of things at you. And what you're going to find is that that's their assistance. That's how they're helping you, so that you can misconstrue as many as you want. You're still going to get a message from them. And from that, you'll get a better message next time, and a better message the next and the next. So I feel like you may be impatient to get more from them, but if you start with this barrage of messages that they're already giving you, and just try to tease out what they mean from one or two of those things, and then first you'll begin to notice more, but also you'll just get better at deciphering what they are. It's your language, you and your guides. It doesn't follow the code of any book or anything like that. Although probably wouldn't hurt to look up a few of them just to kind of get your brain going in that direction about what some of these things might mean. But you're going to get it. You're going to have a lot more messages in the next few weeks, and over the course of the next few months, you're going to get a lot better at deciphering them.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. What's our next?
Which would be Kaylee FogoPogo.
Okay. So we'll have maybe, whoops, I just took it off.
All right, I got it. I'm,
Overachiever. Okay, so maybe Marina and Val. And when you guys are ready, my readers, if you're ready to switch partners or whatever, just let me know.
Had a rough week this past week. Are these ascension symptoms upgrades for the next phase of my journey? Thank you.
Yes.
I can go. I got you with going through, yes, the ascension symptoms, absolutely, FogoPogo. So here you are connecting to the eternity within. This is what it's facilitating. All these things that are going through you are so that you will learn to be still within and accept what is, because in that accepting, peace will come to you. And you've been feeling a bit throughout this, some stagnant feeling, like you aren't moving because all this stuff is happening to you. Well, there is a cosmic ocean of great dreams and energy moving to you and through you that you don't even recognize at this point, but you will, because here's Lady of the Lake, which is new beginnings. Something is about to happen. And what is that? Boom. Here's the sun. This is a magnificent energy of you, your cosmic origins, the divine creator God within you, coming forward to shine more brightly in this incarnation through you, residing within you. This is who you really are. So congratulations. That's quite an upgrade. It's a whoa.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is fabulous. And I start off, Kaylee, with the Ace of Pentacles. And this is it can be finances. It's also about health. And so this you're being reminded that whatever things that you are going through, maybe health wise, if you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious or whatnot, don't attach too much to it. Just go with the flow. Recognize it, name it. You can say, yeah, okay, I'm feeling a little anxious about this. It's okay. I'm working my way through it. Because I also get I get the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. So don't, when things come up, it's your opportunity to sit back in the faith of all the things that are coming, and rather than seeing them as being something to worry about or something challenging, see them as opportunities, that this is part of the growth that you are going through. I also pulled from the angelic messenger cards, and I got expansiveness. And that is what you're going through. That is what you're doing, all this like shadow work, all this internal work, because your guides are getting you ready to expand. And what are they expanding you into? Power. This is your power, your ability to kind of stand back and look at the circumstance that you're going through right now and say, oh man, that was a rough ride, but man, oh man, do I like where it led me. So yeah, I think these are good things coming at you for you. So yeah.
And I would just like to add that exactly what Marina said, excuse me, just came to mind, was that you had a rough week, but you're going to be looking back on it going, oh, wow, that's why that happened. That's why I had to go through this. So, but what Val and Marina said is, I agree with that 100%.
And I also want to add in, ascension symptoms are no joke. Sometimes you can feel like you really actually have like the flu or a migraine, or it can be rough on your body. So make sure that you practice extreme self-care for the next week. Really take care of yourself, drink lots of water, get lots of rest, get some exercise. Make sure you, excuse me, as I hack my way through this answer. But make sure you really take care of your body in whatever way you are guided to do that. It's just because it's ascension symptoms doesn't mean that it doesn't take a toll on you and your body, and you need to honor that. Okay.
And I will actually add, I don't know, if somebody were a kitchen witch or anything like that, they could actually add beautiful energy to help with their ascension symptoms, making some tinctures or teas that could support them and to allow that embracing of this. Just a thought. She knows I'm talking about her.
Yes.
Okay. So if that is your inclination, I would not go in the direction of, oh, well, I'm going to do, 4 different teas that open up my third eye and my crown chakra. No, you've already done that. The ascension symptoms are already doing that. What you need to do is care for the physical body and not worry about whatever's going on clairvoyantly, psychically, ascendant wise, your chakras.
Perfect.
That, do the chakras with meditation, balance them with meditation. There's tons of meditations online that you can go to. Email me if you want a suggestion. I have a million suggestions for that. But don't go overboard with opening yourself up with your home remedies. Use your home remedies for just caring for the body.
Perfect. Yes. What Colleen said.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're on to Janie. Is that where we are? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Cleo and Gerald, if you could start off for Janie.
Guy, my husband is feeling overwhelmed by work. his mother's health and visiting her that he's not slept for 4 or 5 days.
Oh, that's
What
awful.
can I do to help? And will our careers become successful? Well, what can you do to help? I think this is a really good time for you, Janie, to it feels important for there to be some structure around so to make sure everybody eats, that TV is turned off so that you can start to unwind. If you want to know what to help, it may be very helpful for you to be a bit more forward with saying things, because I have the Queen of Swords. It may be very appropriate for you to say, hey, we're having this for dinner, come on and have some dinner, and be willing to listen. This isn't there is a lot going on. That's huge, especially with his mother's health. There is that sense of he needs to know that he's not alone and that people are supporting him. And these are all new emotions that are coming up, or emotions that he may not feel often, and be willing to listen. And you can always ask, how can I help you? That's a great question. And he may say, I don't know. And you go, okay. But I want you to know that I am available to help, because it's a lot. I mean, if he's not slept in 4 or 5 days, that's a huge balancing that has to happen. And of course, nobody's going to function like that. So, but yeah. So that's what I have for you, Janie.
And Janie, I think that, again, like just what Gerald said, if he hasn't slept for 4 or 5 days, he's not going to be any good to anybody. He's not going to be any good at the job. He's not going to be any good helping his mom. And what you can do is just encourage him to chill out and take some time for himself. He has got to relax. He has got to get some sleep. He's definitely got to get some sleep, because that just makes a person crazy when you don't have sleep for many days on end. And he's feeling overwhelmed because he's burning the candle at both ends, and he's not getting any sleep. Rest. You've got to rest your mind. You've got to rest your body in order to do the best for everybody else. So you might remind him of that, or that might be just an irritating thing to hear. So I would just do things to get him relax. I mean, if that means watching a silly movie or something, getting him to laugh. Once he calms down and relax, gets his mind onto something else instead of all this serious stuff, he will start to sleep again. But yeah, I mean, that would be my suggestion. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but and this too. You already know it. He needs to sleep, and so instead of just saying, "Hey, you need to sleep," try to think up some things to get his mind off of this other stuff. And just once that happens, once he could quit worrying about work and doing all these different things he's trying to do, he will relax enough to sleep, and then he will feel so much better and be able to approach this with a whole different perspective on it. Work will not be so overwhelming, and working with his mother and visiting her, that will be much easier once he gets some rest. And like Gerald said, just knowing that you are there, if he needs somebody to talk to, if he needs somebody to lean on, make his favorite dinner. I mean, whatever you need to do to get him to get his mind onto something else so he can relax.
And I think the other thing, Janie, is I'm hearing you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because if you're getting tired, you're not going to be able to offer any assistance or any support. So do take care of yourself. Make sure that your physical being is in good shape as well.
Yeah. Marina, Val, do you guys have anything to add or?
No, I agree with everything you said.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay. So when I was sitting here listening to it, the first thing that came to my mind was his feet. If you've ever rubbed his feet,
Yeah.
maybe you should start rubbing his feet.
Yeah.
There are pressure points on the feet that
Yes.
really relate to the whole body. You can Google this. It's not, rocket science. I think the big toe is the big head, I mean, it's like, it's not really hard to figure out, but, the stomach and nerves are kind of the arch of the foot, that just two things to get you started out. But that would go a huge way towards helping him relax if he'll let you touch his feet. Some people don't like that, but if he would let you do that, that would be great. Another thing that came to me is that I don't know if you have kids or not, but can you go with him when he visits his mom? It might be, even if you're waiting outside the room, it might be very, very emotionally supportive for him to have someone with him. Maybe you could drive him so he didn't have to be, fully awake, he could kind of doze in the car. And if you do have kids, could they go with him occasionally and see their grandmother? Some of the things to help him calm down, like the feet or going with him or driving with him, and just maybe letting him know what the meals are going to be for the week, because he's probably juggling this going to work and then rushing to see her, so maybe he's not eating in between either. So again, the meals, the food, very, very nurturing and very necessary when you're under a lot of stress. But those are the things that came to me when I was just listening to the other people talk.
Yeah, I love that. I just want to say my mom used to do it. I was, a young adult, and she was really into acupressure on the feet. She would do it for my sister and I. And you didn't know your feet ached, and you didn't know how tense you were till you've had your feet done. And all of a sudden you can transcend a lot of things, a lot of energy, having your feet. So it's not, I don't want it to be understated. It is a very impressive way to shift everything in your body. Yeah.
You can even balance the chakras with
really
pressure on the feet. The feet, they carry the whole weight of your body every single day of your life, unless you become incapacitated, and they're usually ignored.
Yes.
But it's really, really helpful. And that's what came to me. So that might be something.
I love that.
Okay. All right. So we'll go on to Bemused Shaman. I'm not going to read it because somebody read it.
I found out my son's wife died last week suddenly and horribly. I don't even know what to say to my son in Texas. Melanie took care of him and 3 kids. Any messages? I'm so sorry. That's awful. So that's awful.
It's really not unlike what we just answered. I mean, what you all just answered in a similar way. I just want to say that there's really not, it's not something you can really say that's going to comfort him in that way. But what you can do is hold the space for him and be present with him and let him feel how he feels and allow him to feel that way. And also, he has the kids. In a way, the kids will help him go forward and move forward, because he has to get up each day and get them breakfast and get them going. They are a lifeline to him now that will allow him to see life continues. And this is flowing with the rhythm of what is so, just going along every day, taking in the breath and breathing. So as you see him in light and hold him and the kids in light, and also mention to him, take deep breaths, take deep breaths of light in, if you can even say that to him, because you stop breathing and you constrict everything when you're in grief. And the light will help you to stay open as much as you can and to breathe, not just you, but your son. Align with him and let him receive everything that you can in terms of holding the space for him in this light. It's just the same thing as going to sit with a loved one, like a mother who's maybe ill, and you take all the relatives with you. They're holding space for you at that time. A very powerful thing that you can do, and you don't have to be in Texas to do it. So you slow it all down, slow it down, be at peace with it. And, I know this card is a little hard, but it says disappointment is not the end. So this isn't something you're going to say, but it says there is hope even in the darkest of nights. So you're not going to be saying these words to him because they're not going to be meaningful. He just has to go through the grief he's going to go through. But holding that light and holding that space, being on the phone with him and letting him go through whatever he has to while you hold him in a loving embrace, like a mother's beautiful cradled energy around him, is going to be a tremendous aid to him. Just let him be as he is and let him go through it. But that support of your energy is going to be very powerful. So that's
Yes, I think, yeah, Val is right in that you can reach out to him, and in this situation, there are no perfect words, because just by the phrasing of your question, I think that there's been some distance between you and your son. Because it was something that you just found out and it happened last week. So this could very well be an opportunity for you to let him know that you're there to support him in whatever way he needs support, and then be ready to follow through with that. So, if the grieving process of losing your spouse, especially when it's sudden, especially when it's unexpected, and it's through a horrible situation, your presence, the fact that you are there and you are sharing that space with him, is often more than enough. Because there isn't there is not a book out there that is going to tell you that if you say the following words together in this sentence, it's all going to be okay. It's not. He feels very much alone. So I think that there is potential in this case for the two of you to make a commitment to move beyond whatever might have caused part of this separation. So you could reach out to him and just say, I'm here. I'm here. What do you need? Like Gerald said, what can I do to help you? What do you need? That could be him saying, I can't get rid of her stuff. And if you're close enough, you can say, I can do that for you. If it's a case of, you can travel to where he is and spend some time with your grandchildren, then do that. But be willing to do whatever he needs to get through this. And just know that there is no magic timeline. There is no, 6 weeks from now, he's going to be fine. No, it's nothing like that. He has to deal with the grief and the loss on his own in his own time. But I think this is going to be a great opportunity for the two of you to maybe reconnect. So
even if you don't reconnect,
yes,
spend that time to hold them in the light and hold your grandkids in the light, because this is a real thing. It will be felt by him, And generally, when you're going through that tremendous kind of grief that is a shock to your system and you feel like your whole life is over, you can't think.
Yeah.
There isn't any, oh, this is what I need, because you can't think. So you just hold that space, whether it's on the phone or whether you're doing it from your bedroom or your home, it's going to help him tremendously. And that's free. You can do it for free. And my heart goes out to you and your son and your grandkids.
Absolutely.
Oh, again, I'm so sorry, Bemused Shaman. That's horrible.
Yeah.
It's awful. Sorry.
Yeah. Sending your family lots of love and light.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I am Maria, and I tend to self-sabotage when things are going well. What guidance can you give me or give to help me stop? Do you have any advice?
Well, Maria, I have been thinking about your question, and you self-sabotage because you're trying to protect yourself from something. I don't know exactly what that might be. It's something that you've developed over time where you feel like you need protection. So when things are going too good, it's like, well, something's going to bring it to a terrible halt. Something's going to interfere. Things have just gone too good. Just get rid of that kind of thinking. Just let it go. A lot of people do that. I think I've been guilty of that myself. And so the best way to deal with it is just let it go. And don't, just be grateful. That's the other thing. A lot of times when you run into stuff like this, just put gratitude in your heart for all the things that are happening, whether good and bad. Gratitude will help you get through times like this, and you'll quit with the self-sabotage because you're grateful. You can't be both at the same time. You can't be a saboteur and still be grateful. It just doesn't work. So my advice is to instill gratitude and also just, look at your whole history. Is it something that did it help at all to sabotage it? No, it never does. It never does help. So, and I do feel with you, Maria, that whatever you've been going through, that this is coming up and that you're worried about it, it is going to work out just fine. You're going to do just fine. But you do have to let a few things go and not stay so focused, and don't put the blinders on with all this, oh my God, this has been great, but enjoy the greatness, enjoy whatever wonderful things have been going on, and as well as recognizing stuff when it isn't that good. But I get back to gratitude. It's hard to have gratitude and be thankful for stuff and then still trying to sabotage yourself. So I hope that helps.
I love that, Cleo, because the first thing that I got is that you need to shift this. Gratitude is extremely powerful. That gratitude, if you can recognize when you're starting to self-sabotage, press pause and actually write down 2 or 3 things. Actually, I'm going to say 3 things because I have the 3 of Pentacles. 3 things for which you are grateful. And then do that, capture that, because that self-sabotage, I mean, it's so true. They can't exist in the same place. So, and it is going to take work because you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Been protecting yourself through the self-sabotage. So allow that, looking for even the smallest thing that you're grateful for. You got a pillow to lay your head on. You've got a warm cup of tea. You've got indoor plumbing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just important that you allow that to recognize that the self-sabotage, start replacing it or start trying to shift it using that gratitude it's almost like the, you know, I'm successful at this. I can do this.
Mhm.
I can do this. Instead of saying reasons you can't, say reasons why you can. I can do this because I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm funny. I'm good with words, something
Yes.
like that. So it feels very much like the keep showing up, because I got the first card I got was temperance. You need to, shove that self-sabotage out of the way with that gratitude. Gratitude's extremely powerful, Maria. So I wish you the best for that.
And if I can just add, one of the messages that I was getting very clearly, Maria, is that a lot of this goes back to fear and control. And that goes back to some of the things that you might have heard through your childhood, or you might have heard through your family, that you just picked up and you took ownership of it without realizing that it really honestly didn't belong to you. And a lot of that can come from family, when everything is going great, oh, listen, how wonderful for them. They won $10,000 on the lottery. I wait until all the other relatives show up. It's that kind of thing that you deal with things and you self-sabotage when something in the past has maybe disappointed you very, very badly. And so now you feel that you can, if things are going well, before it hurts me, I'm going to put an end to this. I'm in control. So yes, living in gratitude, being in gratitude, and examining, where did you get that idea that self-sabotage is okay when things are going well, rather than just being in that things are going great. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Okay.
Great.
Mhm.
Get a little book and write down your blessings and your gratitudes. Just a little cheapy notebook, but just keep it with you all the time. And anytime you feel a negative thought coming in, just try to distract yourself with a statement about what you're grateful for. It really does work. It's very powerful. All right, let's go on to Metal Twister.
Are there any messages for me? I'm very scared and worried about my future. Thanks.
Hmm.
All right.
Metal Twister did offer a donation. That was very generous.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
And thanks to Julie, and I have a new member there. That's great.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Metal Twister, when you're scared and worried about stuff, you block the good stuff. Yeah, I mean, being very scared and very worried it's just not a good place to be in. You've got to come up with something to get your head out of that space, because it just interferes with a lot of stuff. And now what I'm telling you might even add to that fear and worry. So I don't want to do that. I just want you to know that if you would, same with the other person we were talking to, when you start applying gratitude in your life and start being thankful for everything that happens to you, good and bad, everything turns around, and and that fear starts to diminish, and your worries start to go away. And then suddenly you get back on track of where you're supposed to be at, because that's not a natural state to be in, to be scared and worried about your future, and you pick up other things to add to that fear. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to give you the same advice I gave the other person, is to apply gratitude in your life. Just be thankful for every single thing. And I've been through this myself, and sometimes the stuff was just so miserable, and I was thankful for the miserable things and I was thankful for the good things.
Yes.
But in the beginning, I will be honest, I did not feel it. When I said, some bad stuff's been happening and I'm thankful for that, I did not feel that. So you might have to work at it until finally it was one day you'd just be like, oh no, I really am, because now I see it. Now it's starting to help. You bring in that positive energy to get through the scary stuff in life. And it really makes all the difference in the world. Because I know in the beginning, you're thinking, well, no, I am not happy with this. I'm not grateful for this. Trust me, go ahead and just be thankful for it anyway. Things will begin to work out. And I just feel that with you anyway. I'm reading your message. I'm thinking, chill, be thankful. And I'm telling you, things are going to I see in your future, things getting much better anyway. So, but this would make it go faster and smoother. Let's say you did nothing and you just stayed the same where you're at. It's going to get better no matter what. But yeah, this will make it much easier to get from point A to point B and faster. I hope that helps.
Great.
Yeah. And metal twister. Okay, here's the deal. You are the world's best manifester. The universe is going to go out of its way to give you everything that you are able to conceive. So when you spend time in anxiety, in worry, in being scared, in being kind of shying away from life, the universe is going to provide you with all kinds of opportunities so that you can look back on it and say, see, I was right. I was right. This isn't good. This is scary. So knowing that about the universe, and that, the intention that we put out is the intention that we come back, isn't it a lot easier then to give into the power of positivity, to say, all right, you know what? Yeah, maybe there are some things coming and I don't know what the outcome is, but I don't know that it's going to be a bad outcome. What if it turns out to be a fantastic outcome? So the cards that I pulled for you, oddly enough, I got the 10 of Cups, which is, celebration, happiness, family, and so on. And I also got the 10 of Swords. So it's like, there you are. You're, everything is good. Oh, no, it's not. Everything is falling apart. Oh, no, it's going to get better. Concentrate on the positive things. I also got the blessings card. So yes, I agree with Cleo. Be thankful and start your day. Set your intention every day that there are going to be blessings that are going to come your way, and expect blessings. And that once you start to do that, and yeah, Cleo is absolutely right. The first few times that you do that, you think to yourself, oh yeah, the world is a great place and aren't I happy? Yeah, sure. Just keep saying the words. You may not feel it right away, but keep saying the words. And if you can do it in front of a mirror, that's even better. Yes. Okay, that's going to help you find your inner authority. Once you get your inner authority in check, then yeah, you're going to be able to look at your future and say, man, oh man, it's a new day. It's a great day. And yeah, you won't be in fear.
And if I could just add, metal twister, I have a little thing I do with myself to kind of trick my way out of being in some negative place, and it's called fake it till you make it. So yes. when you're saying, that you're thankful for something, but right at that moment you're really not, do it anyway. Fake it till you make it, and it works. Eventually things turn around and you do start to feel better about stuff, and you're not so scared and worried.
Yep.
Okay, I got to jump in. So it may feel a little overwhelming to try to imagine things are just going to be okay, or, maybe you can't fake it till you make it, but you should try, because that really does work. Billions of people around the world in 12-step programs are testament to that
Yes.
working. That's what they do. But what you can do just when you begin, before you even try to be grateful about something, is just close your eyes and visualize a really nice place, a happy place, a pretty place, something that just makes you feel like, God, I wish I was there. Okay, if you wish you were there, visualize it in as much detail as you can. Then talk about gratitude. Then talk about, I'm going to, set my intentions. Putting yourself in that really pretty place is fairly easy to do for most people, and it will relax your whole body. You can't think about scary things when you're in that happy, pretty place, and it'll just sort of be the first step in your journey. So that might be one way to start. Okay.
Okay, so Metal Twister, what I have for you is the devil starting out. Don't be afraid of this card. It just means you're having a few toxic thoughts. Some of your habits are a little bit self-sabotaging. And this ego confrontation, I think that's what's going on in your mind, in your head, where you're going back and forth with your thoughts. And what they're asking you to do is be present. When you're in this now moment, that's all there is. And then in the next second, it's another now moment. That's all there is. Be still in that peace. Go try some meditation techniques because they're amazing. It really takes you to that place where you can go outside of that ego mind and go above that energy and calm that ego mind. So be at peace. Let all your feelings flow. Let your heart open up. Let everything flow. Breathe some light into your heart, because what's going to happen is you are going to feel the real you and not the story that you think you are. So this is about realizing you are not your fears. You are not the story. You are a divine being. And all those thoughts that can be sabotaging and tell you this and that are just thoughts. They aren't you. So that is why gratitude is a major move to a positive mindset, which is what we're talking about in general, which shifts this whole sabotaging energy. So you have beautiful cards coming forward. Here's the Nine of Cups. Here's the Hierophant, which is really about beliefs, education, wisdom, traditions. It's getting back on track with a higher vibing idea about life and how energy works. So you understand you are in control of how you perceive life. That's what you can control. Your reaction to life is under your control. No matter what happens, as Cleo said, you're thankful. Oh, this shitty thing happened. Oh, gratitude journal. Be thankful, because in the end of the day, that actually shifts your energy to better and beautiful things coming your way. It's a magic formula. So that's all I have to say. And congratulations that you are moving ahead, because I can see that. And even reaching out is tremendously wonderful. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Thank you to everybody for those beautiful readings. That was very, very, I think, enlightening. I think that was enlightening. How do we get that? There we go. I'd like to, excuse me. I do need to wrap this up because I have to put myself to bed so I can get up for the fair. But I would like to do one last reading. I'd like to do T Lynn's, which I've been looking at for a while. T Lynn, I feel that door that you're seeing. Am I getting feedback or something?
A little bit.
It's weird. Okay. What I got when I read your question is that that door with the bright light behind it is the door to your temple where you can meet with your higher self. So you may be afraid to go behind that door, but maybe not. You said you're in total awe of the image. There's a lot in that temple for you to explore, including developing a deeper relationship with your higher self and beginning to, or maybe you already do trust your higher self. I don't know. But that's what I think that door is. And I think you should open it and jump through it and enjoy the hell out of it. So that's what I have about the door. Anybody else?
I totally agree with that.
I love
Absolutely. Open up that door and walk through it, because that is waiting for you. It's a door that you created to open you up and move into a higher dimensional frequency.
Filled with light. Filled with light.
Filled with light.
Who wouldn't love that? Everybody loves that.
Mhm.
And the card that I pulled was New Earth. And the message underneath there is, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. So, yes, you are, girl, you're going to be talking to your higher self, and your higher self is going to be talking back. Just get ready for it. Make a pot of tea. It's going to be a long chat.
Yeah. Yeah. There's lots going on there.
Well, and if you get through that door, notice that it's a door of opportunity. All that white light is opportunity. And so what everybody else said, and just get through that door and see what happens, because it's a real blessing beyond the door.
Yeah, this is an opportunity. I have the Four of Wands. Going through this door is putting you into a space to where your energies and the work that you've been doing is going to find its solidity, and it's going to help you build new things on it. So that's beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, that was a nice one to end on.
Yes.
So, thank you. Thank you to all my beautiful readers. And thank you to everybody in the chat. You had some very interesting questions. They were, I think we answered them pretty well. And I haven't set the agenda for next time we do the Cool Crone Oracle, but I know this is new for some of you, but I'm trying to set a theme for each show so that the questions kind of follow along a track.
Yes.
We've done love and we've done healing, and who knows what we'll do next time. Maybe we'll do galactic beings. I don't know, but that would be a good one actually to do.
Yes, totally.
Yeah. Okay, so next time it's going to be galactic beings. Let me make sure I make a note of that.
Yes. In for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That'll be in September. Okay, so everybody take care. I'm glad everybody made it through the full moon and the Democratic National Convention.
Yeah.
And we will see. Hopefully when you see me next time, I won't be coughing at all. But thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.